What's up everyone, and welcome back to Top 5 Central. Today we're looking at the top 10 funniest and most embarrassing moments caught on live TV. With that said, if you didn't know, this is a weekly series on our channel that we've done for about a few months now. After a while, it gets kind of hard to find new clips, so if you guys have any clips you'd like to submit to see it on here, feel free to email them to top5centrallivetv@gmail.com. If we do end up using it, you'll most likely get like a mini shout out on screen, so feel free to do it. Anyways, with that said, make sure to drop a like on the video if you'd like to see the series more often on our channel. If we could break 5,000 likes, it just shows that you guys want more episodes, and we'll definitely make sure to make them. But with that said, let's get right into it. Number 10. Every news report ends with a couple of really feel-good pieces, and you'd think that'd be the easiest to not screw up. But for this news anchor, the adorable story was just too funny for words, and it was all down to the name of the pig he was talking about. As soon as he revealed the pig was called Crispy Bacon, the rest of the report went out the window because he just couldn't stop laughing long enough to talk. Worst of all, he started laughing when mentioning the pig's difficult life growing up without back legs, which made his laughter seem way more evil than he probably intended it to be. Now, a lot of people thought the guy was just on some sort of drugs, but when I watched it for the first time, I literally died from laughing so hard.
Now to the story of a pig that is inspiring others. One pot-bellied pig has certainly endured his share of problems. Crispy Bacon was born without the use of his back. I can't. Yeah, you have to read this story. We cannot. Oh my God.
Number 9. So most of these fails involve people screwing up live on air, but sometimes things could go wrong before the camera's even supposed to be rolling. This reporter was just trying to get in position before the broadcast, but putting the camera just in front of a river turned out to be a bad idea. Like a really, really bad idea. It looks pretty, but as soon as he steps up, he loses his balance and falls backwards straight into the water. Now that's pretty funny all by itself, but he does a backwards flip when he falls, which makes everything just so much better. I mean, you gotta feel bad for the guy, but at least everyone got a super funny laugh about it.
Not way too small.
Number 8. Okay, so if you watch this series from the beginning, you know it's a horrible idea to work with children or animals while on live TV, but in this broadcast, it's the other way around, as it's the adults that are screwing up. Basically a story about a little boy getting his head stuck in a sofa in China gave Eva Milik the giggles, and looking at the video, it's not hard to see why. Like, I have to admit, the video is pretty funny, and she does get it together long enough to apologize, so I think we might have to give her a pass, but either way, it was really hilarious.
A trip to the beauty salon has ended awkwardly for a couple in China. Their 4-year-old son somehow got his head stuck inside a gap in a sofa. Firefighters had to be called in to rescue the child in the country's southwest. Sorry, I'm still trying to work out how this happened, but in the end, scissors were used to cut the youngster free. Just ahead in 9's afternoon news, caught on camera, the angry resident throwing eggs at a real estate agent. Donald Trump finally sticking to the script. I think we better just take the break.
Number 7. Video mix-up happen on live TV all the time, but sometimes it feels like the people in charge have got to be doing it on purpose. For example, this election coverage got super weird super quickly when someone ran a KFC advert instead of a speech by Hillary Clinton. I mean, I have no idea how that could happen by accident, but it definitely managed to make politics a little bit more exciting, and thankfully the reporters were able to rescue the story pretty quickly.
Problems.
As you know, Hillary Clinton says that Trump's campaign is appealing to a fringe in the Republican Party that is racist. I want to listen to part of her speech with you and then get your reaction, so here it is.
Sure. I am the extra crispy colonel, and my extra crispy $5 fill-up is a tasty...
Absolutely going to play, but let me just talk where apparently the word was from Hillary Clinton that a fringe element has effectively taken over the Republican...
Number 6. Being a weatherman seems like one of the most easy and chilled out jobs in air, but that doesn't mean they don't have their fair share of embarrassing moments. This weatherman was just trying to show the audience where the tropical storm John was headed, but it looked like he was showing them a whole lot more. I mean, I have to admit, it starts off pretty innocent, but it only gets worse the further into the report you get, and by the time he's talking about precipitation, it looks downright inappropriate. Like, I don't even know how he didn't recognize the stuff he was saying the entire time, but this literally happened on live TV.
We have John. Now, this is a tropical storm, and you say, Dan, why are you showing me this? Because John's going to move north. The moisture from John left over, the spin, the storm itself will turn into a depression. Nothing really to worry about as far as wind goes, but watch where the precipitation will go. Some of it will head up towards the west, some of it will head towards the east. So the weather later.
Number 5. Okay, so news reporting doesn't sound like a very dangerous job, but apparently sports coverage comes with all sorts of risks, like being attacked when you least expect it. This NFL reporter is just trying to talk strategy, but having a team practicing in the background and being close to them probably wasn't the best idea. Like, this guy is super unlucky, as when they start recording, a football comes flying out of nowhere and hits him square in the chest, but it came dangerously close to hitting him in the face. With that said, he recovers from looking terrified pretty quickly, and even the sound of his coworkers laughing at him in the studio doesn't stop his report.
Well, I think they're going to try, and it's really important that they do. You know, all of a sudden there really have been questions about this defense, which is ranked 21st. And not having Benson is going to hurt. You know, I had an interesting talk with offensive coordinator Tom Did you guys just see that football?
I saw it.
Anyway, I had an interesting talk with offensive coordinator Tom Clements a couple weeks ago, and he stressed the importance of.
Number 4. So many things about this clip are gold, like it's really hard to pick just one favorite. To sum it up, after getting stung by a bee during a webcast recording, the reporter totally freaks out, swearing so many times and ruining the take completely. Best of all though, the first thing he shouts is that the bee has bitten him, and when he's walking back to his spot he asks if anyone else is hurt. I mean, I hate to break it to you, but that's not really how that works. It's a bee, not a rampaging animal.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Atwood with your News Channel 9 On The Go webcast. Here's what's happening right now. There's been a bad accident up in Oswego County this afternoon. Deputies tell us 2 vehicles collided up there, and f***ing bee on me. F***ing bee just bit me.
Really?
F***ing bee stung me.
Where?
Look, f***ing bee stung me. Look, I got stung by a bee. Mother f***er. Anybody hurt?
Number 3. Stick to what you know is a saying for a reason, and this news reporter is all the evidence you need to show you why. While interviewing an up-and-coming BMXer, for some reason she decided to try a few skateboard tricks, and it turned out exactly how you're probably thinking. Not only did she completely fail at the ollie, but she fell straight on her face in the process, and it looks super painful. Worst of all, the BMX guy just stands there awkwardly and doesn't even try to help her up. I have to admit, this has got to be one of the funniest and most awkward clips I've ever seen so far in the series.
Well, the future of skateboarding is in Pioneer Courthouse Square as we speak.
News Channel 8's Cheryl Stewart is live with him right now. We're seeing the sweet moves that he's working up for the Do Action Sports Tour's upcoming Portland stop. Cheryl?
Hey, I've actually been practicing my ollie. You guys want to see? I've been practicing hard. Okay. Oh no.
My goodness.
TJ Loudon is a BMX bike, dirt bike competitor.
Number 2. The video in this next clip got all 3 reporters laughing at once, and to be honest, I can't even blame them. The news report is about a man who chose to live with goats in the Alpines, wearing huge fake legs and eating grass for 3 days. Obviously, it was just way too weird for the reporters to handle, and they cracked up within the first few words of the script. In their defense though, the video is pretty damn crazy and almost had me laughing as well.
A British man who took on a goat's eye view of the world has been rewarded for his efforts.
Because we're all completely trapped inside our own brain and our own perception of the world. Well, maybe.
I can't make this stuff up. Thomas Thwaites had a set of prosthetic legs built and spent 3 days living among goats in the Alps. He did it because he wanted a simpler life. And he says it was fascinating, a little bizarre though. Thwaites co-won an IG Nobel Prize for Biology with another man who tried living as several different animals. The IG Nobel Awards. The IG Nobel Awards honor research that may seem bizarre or amusing, but actually provokes thought.
Number 1. Like I've been saying for the past couple months, working with animals is always a dangerous game. When an animal is 3 times their height, there's basically no stopping them. This giraffe seemed to take a liking to the reporter during her segment, because even once it was over, he just did not want to let her go. First, he was just nudging her with his head, but soon he was getting way up in her space, even when she tried to run away. Best of all though, if you watch, you can see him look at the camera and lick his lips, like he knew exactly what he was doing. I mean, bottom line, this giraffe is a total pimp.
But one last beauty shot of Burriti.
Oh.
I like that. He's kind of sniffing everything.
Man, that's a lot of slobber.
Wow.
Oh,
Where is this going? Where is this going?
All right, God. What is happening? All right.
They always say animals and children, live TV.
You never know.
Okay.
Privacy, please.
Are you okay?
Where my personal
Ashley?
I'm good. I'm here.
Burriti, she's married.
Oh my gosh.
She's married.
And he's like 9 months old too. He's getting a little frisky. Hey there, fella. Hey there. Slow down.
This is good TV. Let's just keep it here.
Ashley's like, are we done? Okay, he's done.
Oh my gosh. He's done.
I love it.
Wow.
And there's our video on the top 10 funniest and most embarrassing moments on live TV. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe so you see whenever I upload a video. Also, if you have your own top 5 or top 10 idea, feel free to use our extremely handy form in the description to submit it. With that said, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.